this one goes out to all you lovers out there. We'll see you shortly, friends. Kicking off shortly. And we're off, friends. Welcome back. Wednesday evening role-playing unlimited. We are so happy to see you here gathered. 11 viewers to kick off our show. Thank you for joining us here as we try to make friends and influence people. I am your host, Tragically HP, coming to you live from the Hunt of the Meridian, where the Great Plains begin. Let's get this show on the road, waste no time, and go see how many have gathered. Looks like we got most of our crew ready here.
Little pig, let me in.
Howdy, good evening. What's going on, everybody?
Hey, clone baby.
Yeah, So it looks like we are still waiting for Gail to join us, and looks like Clock has joined us on video here. Good to see you there, buddy. And we're still trying to figure out the voice. Yeah, the push to talk. So shortcut for that would be the bottom left there, where you see your profile stuff on Discord. You should see headset, microphone, and the cog settings wheel. And when you do get that, what you're looking for is that cog settings wheel to access. Oh shit. I think I just dropped Discord. Whoops.
It looks like he's on mobile.
Oh, there it is. Okay, it's copy. There we go. Yeah, I got dropped out there for a second. Let me get a screenshot of this. It'll probably be easier than trying to explain. So we'll get here. We'll jump into Wednesday chat. We got you covered, buddy. No worries. Alright, come on. Alright, so this general area of your Discord, it should be on the bottom left. Right there next to mine where it says Tragically HP, and there's the microphone and the headphones and the gear wheel right there. What's going on out there in Streamland, everybody? How we doing tonight? Good to see you. Take your time there, Kendall. Feel free to post any screenshots as you see them in case things are looking different from your side. Oh, looks like we lost him there. Womp womp. While he jumps back in. Oh, looks like we're... ooh, I just remembered there is a shortcut I might be able to do here in the event that he is unable to get push to talk set up.
I found it on accident.
Hey, yes you did. Welcome. Good to hear you. What's going on, Boomer Dad Games? Thank you so much for the follow here. We are just getting kicked off here for our Wednesday night session, handling some technical chicanery to start things off, but we do have a session ahead at some point. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Are you with us? So yeah, Kendall, if you are all set up there, we can proceed into the adventure.
I may or may not have screwed up my character looking at it at work.
No worries. We are low enough level that such things are pretty easy to fix in the event that anything is incorrect. But we are back here on the regional map for our Cyberpunk Waterdeep / Japan coalescence here. And our group has just spent the past 2 sessions traversing the insurmountable distance from Tank's Castle here to this village. As you can see, it's almost 2,600 feet. I mean, it's amazing you guys made it here in one piece. But upon arriving, you ingratiated yourselves to the people who live here. That is kind of the goal that we've been tasked for. Finding nearby villages, hopefully establishing alliances against the armies of undead that are roaming the countryside, as well as discovering any spots of resistance or monsters or the like that we want to stay far away from. Side note, Thursday table found out something in that respect. on their last session. But if you want the specifics, you'll have to check on the VOD because it specifically ties into tonight's session. So I don't want to spoiler alert too much. If you did happen to catch it and know what I'm talking about, yeah, get ready for some fun. And after completing our adventure here at Falling Skies Village, which included the destruction of a reanimated Dracolich from the bones of a dragon that had been destroyed hundreds of years ago here in this village, we are now cleared to cross the river here to the southeast of our current location, where there is supposedly a location in the bamboo forest known as the Kabuki Shrine. And your characters, having made a name for yourselves, are told to head in that direction for a blessing that you are unlikely to find anywhere else. And just to expedite things, as we did have a number of characters from the Waterdeep setting kind of appear at the Falling Skies Village, which by the looks of it is rooted in feudal Japan. Of course, we've got time and space crossing over in all kinds of weird ways here, but the village and its people seem to be in the right place. Even to some degree, the topography, the geography seems to be correct, as Tank spent numerous hours during our downtime back at the castle researching maps of the area. So a lot of what he knows is lining up with what we're seeing. But the dwarves, elves, halflings, Faerunian humans who appeared from the north shortly before the Dracolich battle and the undead outbreak, they obviously do not belong here. So we spent a bit of time kind of negotiating not a truce necessarily, but at least favorable terms for both the native villagers as well as the nomadic people who were lost. In that context, one of those nomadic people turned out to be an ally of great assistance during the previous battle. The one known as Spartan, a human of some type, a fighter, cleric, paladin, as we have come to know. And since we are still kind of at the tail end of all of that, that is how we are going to introduce Kendall's character to the group. So we won't have to waste too much time trying to find him lost in the wilderness and go through the whole, you seem trustworthy nonsense. So let's kick off with introductions, as we have grown accustomed to. Let's go back to the start screen, take a look at all of our characters. In the midst of this, I do feel like we're going to need to probably to get some artwork or token to represent. Looks like Asmith is what we're going with for the character name here. And yes, I will find a few options here in my art library, one of which will hopefully be suitable for what you're looking for. But let's start off with our existing characters here. I will get the ball rolling with our NPC who we have selected to accompany us. We've got a handful of them over here on the right side. Turns out we don't need this direwolf anymore. But yep, looks like Taskus would have been the only other option, because Noboru has opted to stay behind and command the fort in your absence. Morlander is your shopkeep, so he is ill fit for such rough and tumble adventures. But Ayusi Kaj Pof, the gnome fighter, has been of some use. I'm mostly all about melee combat, and I've been training under Noboru for a number of weeks, so the recent combat against the Dracolich was not suited for my skills, but I tried to participate and be useful. I hope I haven't earned a bad name for myself. And with him successfully introduced, we will move on to Fia Lien right over here. So tell us about your character, please.
Fia is originally from original Waterdeep before all this weirdness happened. She was a barkeep and innkeeper at the Mermaid Arms bar inn and bar, and you would listen to the stories of sailors and adventurers coming through, talking about the fantastic stuff they always saw, just hardly believing most of what she had heard. Never had a heart for doing those things, being an adventurer or anything like that. But then one day, badness happened. The undead started to rise, and everything was awful. And she had remembered sailors talking about the beings that live beyond the stars that would sometimes grant power to certain people. So she said prayers to just about every god in reality, but the only one that answered was the Black Goat of the Woods with 1,000 Young, who gave her the power to survive the coming darkness and undead hordes. And now she finds herself with this crew, just trying to do what she can to survive.
Very, very cool. And up next in our alphabetical lineup anyway would be Lantirthi. Katie, how's it going? And introduce yourself.
Okay, here we go. So Lantirthi, she was born in Shadowfell. Her parents died when she was like really young. They were killed by the Shade, but Lenny managed to escape on her own, and she just kind of like started fending for herself and just tried to survive and steal and hunt and just keep herself breathing another day. She has come to like hyper rationalize the death of her parents, kind of finding a core belief in this balance between like life and death, darkness and light, etc., etc. And so everything's just part of this like greater kind of life. It's not like a religious thing. It's just like there's just more than us. Okay, like you can't control everything, which like sucks in real life and in game, but like it's fine. Oh gosh. She was recruited by the Shadow Court as a ranger. She can navigate the material plane in Shadowfell like without a problem. She's very solitary. We get that like partnerships and alliances kind of have to be a thing sometimes. As long as it helps me achieve my goal, fine, whatever, I'll go with it. Right now, I'm just trying to like figure out what's going on in Waterdeep, because there's obviously a severe shift in this whole like life-death balance, because we have like the undead, so not like a thing, and so I'm just trying to like figure it out and hopefully restore it. Whether or not the balance is going to be restored with the help of the people I'm with, I don't know yet, but it will be resolved one way or another.
We shall see. I'm personally rooting for an undead takeover of everything, so we'll see how that goes. Hey, Don, tell us about Manuel Matheson and Monkeyson.
All right. I am Manuel. I am a pirate of some renown in my own sense of the word. Basically, I traveled the seas on a pirate ship. I got drunk all the time. I ended up losing my weapons, so I ended up having to become good at martial arts. During one of our raids, we discovered a slaver ship in which we rescued a lionin named Moahula, and she joined our crew. During one evening when we were in port, we got into a scrap in the local tavern, knocked out a few people, got arrested. When we got out of jail, everything changed, and we had a feudal Japan thing going on. And so did some adventuring, met some people, ended up spending a lot of time in a camp, and then now we're in who knows where, this weird and bizarre stuff. And you know what? I need a drink.
All right. 1 second here. Let's get to our next in line, which is the aforementioned Leonin named Moahula. Let's hear about your character, please.
As usual, Gail has deferred to me to tell her story. She was part of a tribe of Leonin, catfolk, and things like that on an island. She went out fishing with her group. They got captured by some slavers, rescued by a pirate ship, ended up going to shore one day for some drinks, met up in a tavern, beat the crap out of a bunch of people, ended up in jail, got out of jail, saw some Japanese stuff going on, and then now we're back to over here, and she needs to crack somebody's head open.
What is Japanese stuff going on? Like, that could be a wide range of things.
I don't know. I've been drunk this entire time.
Keep in mind, TV 14. All right, so we have up next our newest arrival to the group as of last session, the one known as Spartan. You there with us, DJ? Hello? Alright, let's defer over to Tank for the time being, and hopefully DJ joins back up with us here shortly.
All right. So, Tank, like many other Warforged, was originally just designated by a serial number, which was 1465. Over many battles, the only number that still remained on his armor was the 4. When he was assigned to a unit with more humans than Warforged, they didn't like the number system. They liked names, so they decided that due to how sturdy and his seemingly endless fortitude, they started calling him Tank, and even repainted his name to be T4NK. By one of the more intelligent and creative soldiers. While assigned, Tank's unit was constantly being asked to fix things and build contraptions to help get past various issues. Average human thinking, well, he's a construct, of course he would know how to make things like that. No matter how many times Tank tried to explain that he was made to defend, not build, they always came and asked him for various devices to be made. And eventually, rather than fight it, he just started tinkering, learned how to create fantastic tools. And one day, while tinkering with a glass orb, trying to figure out how to make a permanent light source, he accidentally imbued a tiny portion of his life force into the orb, making it glow. And so he started down the path of the Artificer. Once he got used to that, the whole world shifted, and he found himself in a strange new world, fighting with new people, and felt called to a palace of sort. And when they found that castle, he fought hard to regain it, because he felt that it was truly his, which the Time Mistress, or as some people like to call her, Time Mommy, told him that was where he truly belonged. However, after seeing a very interesting thing happen, he went to assist someone who seemed frozen in time, and he became frozen in time, and now he feels rather empty, and is just trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
The aforementioned Time Mistress comes in a variety of outfits and sizes and motivations. Let's check back in with DJ. How's your push to talk working there?
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Howdy, welcome back.
As I was hopefully saying earlier, and you could hear me, this character is Spartan. He is a variant human. He was a knight in his previous world to the point where he was fighting on the front lines and beaten pretty much to death to the point where a god descended towards him and was just like, hey, I'm just going to bless you with clerical abilities. And then woke up in a Japanese area with no clue what was going on and then seeing undead everywhere.
Yes, indeed. And Kendall, welcome to the table. I went through the art library here and found a number of different tieflings. Hopefully one of these somewhat represents your vision for your character. If you just hold down your left clicker, you can ping, just like I was doing there, and you can highlight which one you find most appealing. If none of them, I can try and find a few more, but while we're doing that, tell us a bit about your character, at least what they look like and what we would see upon initial introductions.
All right, so I don't know too much about the D&D world, but I know it's a tiefling, and it has silver purplish hair with celestial eyes, almost as if you're looking into the stars. It's kind of blackish, and his skin is indigo. It was close. That's close. I like that.
Yeah, we got the hair right at least.
Yeah. And I guess from what I understand, most tieflings aren't the nicest of people. I'm sort of the black sheep of my family, and I was trained to be an assassin and taught various things that I eventually just used to kind of be a skill junkie. And I just love athleticism and just using my skills to mainly stay out of trouble, but also I became addicted to, the surprise and the glory of helping people along the way.
Very cool. And with that, we've got a full party. Is this the one that you want to use?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, let's get you over here to the party. Say goodbye to the other who auditioned. And then we will get this token linked up for you. This is going to be how you play on our maps. All of your lines of sight will originate from this token. Likewise, we'll be able to see your current hit point totals on here. Let's get that first. Hit points. Oh yeah, our guy put a Constitution as his dump stat, so we may need to form a wall around him. He is not rocking a lot of hit points. Boom. 19, in fact. Tank doesn't have 27 hit points. This is an old frickin' token. Way, way old. Token hit points there. Yeah, 55. That makes more sense. Okay, we got that. We got that. Everybody can see your name, see your hit points. Link that up to your character sheet. A little bit of that. Oh, there's Monkeyson.
His token needs to be a little smaller.
Okay.
Perfect. We can ride him now.
I think we could all ride him at that point.
Oh, and I forgot to mention this about Monkeyson. I meant to send you a text, but I forgot today, so I'm just going to blurt it out right here. Inexplicably, he is incapable or unwilling or both of taking damage. He's taken a couple nasty spills. He was involved in the AOE of a distant fireball that you witnessed once upon a time, and I mean, he's only got 2 hit points, and should have been incinerated by all rights, but somehow the little thing just keeps on ticking.
That's because he's part of my imagination. Yeah, I spent a feat to get Find Familiar spell just to have a monkey.
Come
Okay,
with
how
me,
weird is that?
and you'll flee a world of pure imagination. All right. Now we've got your token. I've done some little gardening duties right here on the side. Now we will return to the regional map. Now that we've gotten these important prologues out of the way. And yes, we have been told, directed to head across the river to receive a blessing. And I believe each of you should have the ability to move that party token around, because there are some items and locations of interest around the map that I am not always going to place in your direct path. So occasionally wandering around in this sandbox may provide some unexpected benefits, may also provide some unexpected, holy crap, we should not have gone here. So wander at your own risk. But reminder,
it's so far.
Yeah, exactly. Reminder, each hex is only 250 feet, so we can move 1 hex at a time here, and it'll count for a quarter hour, if at most, of travel time.
I vote we go southwest or southeast.
Very cool. Make a beeline for that Kabuki Shrine. Indeed, we have every reason to head that way.
Yep, Tank's gonna want to immediately go towards the shrine.
Cool. Yeah, go ahead and jump on over to the river, and I will start carving out a new line of sight for you all here.
Does
There
the
we
river
go.
look like it's deep or dangerous or anything? Is there bridges that we need to find?
There are handmade bridges that are easily taken away and repurposed elsewhere in case the stream is a little rougher in some locations. You can see them scattered along the riverbank every 100 yards or so. So basically, like, there's one of them over here and one of them over here. I'm sorry, the tiny map thing never gets old. But you can see the way for you to construct your own bridge to make it across. It looks reasonably safe and calm.
All right, then let's go ahead and build this bridge.
All right, let's do a group survival check. DC is pretty low. What that
Okay,
means...
so
oh, go ahead.
We now have a demon traveling with us. So I can look at my bottle, and I look back at the demon, and I look back at the bottle. I thought the demons were supposed to stay in the bottle.
We talking about the tiefling?
Yep.
You racist son of a bitch! You
I'm
killed
used to
Black
it.
Tom.
I look at Manuel like, have you never seen a tiefling before?
No.
You sailed the waters
I don't
around
think he's
Waterdeep.
seen the outside of his bottle before.
He was a sailor in around Waterdeep. He had to have seen many different types of people.
Yeah, but
He's
not
been traveling with
I think he
metal
was more
man.
concentrated on the bottle than on anything happening around him.
By the way, who
I'm
are
sure
you?
My thing is more rare than the tieflings are.
Yes, I have to admit, I only saw one other of your kind before meeting you.
And you worked in a tavern, and so you saw all sorts of people. And this is the second one you've ever seen?
Second, Warforged, yes. Tieflings, I saw plenty of them.
Warforged aren't known for drinking too much. I mean, don't really work for us.
Exactly. The one that I saw was a bodyguard of some kind.
Tell that to Bender. I am Bender. Please insert girder.
All right. Well, if you're going to travel with us, here, and I hand over my bottle.
I'd rather not.
Good. More for me then.
So for
Although when you-
rolling survival there, Kendall, if you look on the left side of your character sheet, you'll see all your different skills. You can hover your mouse over any one of them and click the name of the skill. It'll populate all of the necessary numbers and what have you into our chat log there.
And I just choose any, like charisma or my height?
Click survival and it should assign the appropriate modifier, which I think is wisdom.
I click survival.
Well, where is it?
I'm not
What's
sure.
going on, character sheet? Yeah, you're even trained in it. Try clicking it again. Click the word survival where it highlights red. See if that changes.
I see no red. Oh, I see wisdom in red.
Oh, yep. Try clicking that. Hey, your first roll is a natural 20. How about that? Woo!
Beginner's luck.
But on a
That's
wisdom
not fair.
save.
The first time I played with y'all, my first roll was a nat 1.
Oh, it was a wisdom saving
You're queen of
throw
nat
and not the survival skill, but we can certainly count the nat 20 towards that. But yeah, that's the basic process there. Just kind of move your mouse around your character sheet and you'll see where things highlight. Those are the different things you can click and have it roll directly into the chat log. And let me check your character sheet as well. Make sure the settings are as we like them. Yep, looks good. And yeah, feel free to tinker around with that as well. Like just click some random attacks, random saving throws, skill checks, what have you, till you get used to it. And it doesn't, of course, mean anything in the here and now. And yeah, wouldn't you know it, the drunk guy is the one insisting that you guys put the bridge parallel with the river, and you guys just don't see how that's going to work for you. And Manuel just keeps insisting, and holy crap, 2 natural 20s in a row.
I look at Manuel and go, Manuel, it's a bridge, not a boat. We don't put it in the water, we put it across the water.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's do that then.
And at last, after some convincing, we are able to assemble said bridge and easily traverse the river to the other side. The Kabuki Shrine eventually manifests from the gloom ahead of us once we get to within 60 feet or so of it. Feel free to move your party token the rest of the way. No encounters between here and there. We will make it safely to the Kabuki Shrine. I know the map is dark and gloomy and a little hard to see, but the front door is on the other side of the building, just so you know. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright, so we are... Oh, I'm on the east bank. I'm on the west bank. On the north side. I'm on the south side. A halfling dressed in acolyte's robes, but very decorative acolyte's robes. Definitely something that you might expect to see at a theater or play of some type. Steps out. You think she's a halfling. It's kind of hard to tell with the strange mask that she's wearing. It's a very vacant expression mask. It's just pure white. For any of you who may be familiar with the history of Darth Nihilus in game, there's an initial kind of because there is a slight resemblance. But it's not quite Nihilus, fortunately. It's not this mask. It's definitely more playful and innocent and not so sinister. But the little human girl or halfling, again, hard to tell, just kind of waves out and, "Hey-o! Welcome, Kabuki Shrine. How are you?"
I'm quite skeptical of said small human.
Wait, you look like a something out of a nightmare, actually.
Well, that's just rude.
Is she speaking Japanese?
Manuel, just stick to your bottle.
She is speaking common.
Okay.
All right, so I saw the token disappear under the black, but I can't see anything now.
Like, you can't see the map at all?
Half my map is black. The other half has grids on it, but after we crossed the river and you went into the black part, now I don't see anything where the token is or anything.
It is very slight movements.
Yeah, the
Hold
token...
on, I'll go take a look at hers.
Yeah, the token is right here. It might just be a page reload, too. That's usually like 50% of the time, usually what it is. But yes, she kind of calls attention to Manuel and just, "That's very rude. I'm quite friendly once you get to know me. I'm called Rooney, and you are?"
Please forgive my drunken friend. Your mask is similar to that of a cult who is quite evil, and it startled him, and he has no filter when he drinks like this, which is most of the time.
Oh!
I'd say you get used to it, but you don't.
I understand your taken abackedness. It is, quite unfortunate that one would repurpose one of our masks as anything evil. I apologize for your history with such. Hopefully your experience with me will help to even the scales.
I roll an insight.
Insight, go ahead.
Yeah, just kind of gauging whether he's on the up and up on that one.
Okay, I just got back to my headset because I was helping Gail. She can't see out of the token.
Oh,
so
right,
it
right,
is
right.
all black around her.
Correct, yeah. There's no lines of sight from the token. I'm just kind of carving out little bits here and there as you approach the edges.
Okay, she can't see it for some reason. Hers is all black. It didn't cut out for her.
Really?
zooming
The whole Kabuki Shrine is still black?
Yeah. Her token is sitting in the middle of a black area.
Even after a page reload? I'm carving out a little bit larger right here. Hopefully that solves the issue at the same time.
Okay, she got it.
Beautiful. Sorry about that.
Now, did I have to roll an insight check?
If you like, J-Man just asked if he could. She seems definitely on the up and up. Manuel would be inclined to agree. Perhaps overly friendly and more than a touch of naive.
And I'll just smile at her and be like, "It's not your fault, of course, and thank you for the joyful welcome."
Yes, but of course.
I will say, it is odd to meet another one who speaks our tongue, though. We haven't met many who are able to converse with us outside of in Japanese.
It is the predominant tongue of the land. Yes, it is. I've been here a few months now, and had the opportunity to learn a bit of their tongue here and there, but they like me to be on the front steps, as there are a great number of natives to, I don't know my land, but lands that speak similar tongues as mine.
Have you met many from many different lands?
At least a dozen over the past week. Most of them are, we provide what aid we can to them, but this is not the typical shrine or monastery as you might expect. This is a place of entertainment. We do provide the occasional blessing. We do have a temple elder, but it is not a house of healing, so to speak.
We came to get a blessing, right? Is that what we came here for?
Oh, wonderful. You've come to see the show. Yes, of course. Yes, yes. Who is it who sent you?
You'll have to remind me. I don't remember.
We did meet a few people on the other side in the Falling Skies village. There was Tali, the middle-aged Japanese woman who we met at this structure right here. And then before that, at the Elder House, we spent probably the most time RP with Muji.
A few people from the village told us we should come here. Did you notice the battle that just recently happened?
We heard some screeches, some awful, horrid noises, a few hours back. Hard to tell which direction they came from. You saying the village was attacked?
There was a horde of the undead that arrived, but as they were arriving, the skeletal remains of the dragon in the center of town reanimated and attacked.
Oh, goodness me. Sounds like quite the adventure.
I guess so. We were able to at least defeat the threats as they were, and with that done, they recommended we come and get a blessing here.
Yes, that all makes sense. That is how things would go, as I am told. Saswesh is the elder, and the one who will direct the performance that you will be, I hope, oh so charmed to witness. We will, of course, provide food, drink. Feel free to disavow yourselves of any armaments or defense, and rest and relax as you see fit. It is, of course, not mandatory. But much like holy shrines and places tend to be, this place has been sanctified. The undead will be unable to approach. And with that, she kind of does like a clap of the heels together and stands up and gives a very awkward salute that seems very out of place, and does a very equally awkward about face and starts tromping up the stairs into the shrine.
Am I considered undead?
Nobody should be undead.
Okay, but demons can go into holy places.
Correct. Yeah, your tieflings are kind of like a half in that respect. Like there are some not necessarily human, but some mortal ancestry attached to it as well, as I believe. But you shouldn't have any issue passing through, especially as you've been invited.
Okay, I may still feel uncomfortable there.
Show.
As we go in, is there like a spot where she's like, "Hey, put your weapons here if you want"?
Yeah, there is a table off to the side. It's kind of like a little half counter attached to the wall that kind of runs into the corner, so there's plenty of space for anybody to set things and have plenty of room for it.
Well, I will put my bow and arrows and my dagger there. That's really the only weapons I carry, so.
Very nice.
I am not giving anything of my property away to anywhere. I am keeping a hold of anything.
I concur.
The new players are the most suspicious. Come on, Katie, show them how it's done. Take all the gear and give it away.
I don't carry weapons, so I'm sad. I don't wear armor, so I'm pretty good.
Put the beer down.
No. And I'm not even gonna put the monkey down either.
I mean, that's fair enough. The monkey wants to watch the show, and
Yeah, but the monkey's useful.
Exactly. Yeah, monkey should be able to.
So is the beer.
I'm going to remain in a corner, just as a wallflower, so I can survey the whole room.
Sounds good. Yeah, it is a wide, spacious room. There is a hallway that kind of circles the main stage area, where there are a couple doors, curtains, and what have you for offices and what have you. But otherwise, it is pretty obvious, and not a lot of hidden corners or anything. There's pillars in the center of the whole area, of course, is load-bearing purposes, but that's about the most that you see in here that really kind of blocks any line of sight.
Is there like seats or something, or?
There are. There are cushions on the floor.
Ah, okay. Well, I'll pick one like right up at the front of the stage. I'm ready to be entertained. Man. Fuck yeah.
All right. Well,
I just want to be able to see everybody.
Absolutely, yeah. You are able to accomplish that with ease.
I'm not comfortable giving up my weapons, so I'm going to make sure I am nearby where they are.
Fair enough. They as in your companions, or they as in the performers?
They as in the weapons.
Oh, gotcha. So you're kind of standing by the front door where all the gear is stashed, kind of like just watching the show from afar.
So I want to be sort of the same thing.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable giving my weapons up.
Gotcha.
Well, the thing is, as far as I know, I'm the only one who gave up weapons. You're not required to do that.
Exactly. Yeah, she did say you would be safe here to give your gear up, take off your shoes, stretch out, relax. We're going to give you food. We're going to give you drink. It's not mandatory, of course. Like if you guys feel that you're going to be more comfortable and better prepared to have your gear at hand, there's no frowning or anything negative in that regard.
Then again, I am in full plate armor, so I feel like it'll be difficult. So
you start taking off your gear, and the play ends just as you get the final piece disassembled. Now you have to spend the next 8 hours putting it back on.
Yeah, well, it seemed like it was implied that. It seemed like it was implied that you can keep your weapons and stuff with you, but we'd rather you not.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's my mistake if I gave that impression.
All right, I kick off my boots and everything, and take off my hat, leave it with my boots, and just come on in.
Sounds good. So
Okay, so if we can keep our weapons on us, then I will do that, and I will go on in.
Okay, cool. Yeah, again, because it's such a wide, spacious room, even if you were standing outside on the front porch and the doors are open, you can clearly see and hear the performance taking place. But, of course, the optimal zone is going to be right up there next to the stage within that, 20 to 30-foot area where they've got the cushions arrayed.
Right, and because she doesn't wear armor either, she's pretty comfortable sitting anywhere.
Very, very cool.
Anybody sitting up front with me?
Oh yeah, no, I'm getting a darn good view of this thing.
Yeah, Ayusi Kaj will certainly do the same. Take off all of his gear, set his hat on top of his breastplate. Step on over in, and he looks pretty eager for the unexpected treat, especially as they start bringing out little sushi rolls and little sweetened honey bread and shots of different flavored sake that you will find oh so tempting.
I would like to get a bottle of holding
If I roll a 1 or a 100, the monkey will find one and bring it to you right now. Oh, not quite. Guess we'll have to find one at some point in game.
Right.
So this is a very interpretive dance-ish. It's all Japanese music accompanied by slow, deliberate moving steps, all in choreography. There are 6 of them initially on stage. The 6 of them unveil the robes and the costumes that they are initially wearing to reveal that each of them are in fact 2 people. So the troop of 6 becomes a troop of 12, and it's very slow, methodical, borderline somber, but with a hint of mischief here in the first act as they begin their performance. And the second act, I would say, is even a bit more entertaining as they bring some very low effect fireworks and special effects into the presentation. They even have an arcane caster who is using prestidigitation to assist with said effects. And the dance and music moves from somber with a hint of mischief to full-on frantic, but definitely like racing, cheerful, a slight hint of panic in addition to the frantic, but otherwise still very cheerful overall. And oh boy, they sure know how to bring it home there. Look at those dice rolls right there. Lowest one is an 8, pair of natural 20s, pair of 18s. Many of you will be hard-pressed to define what the story was about, operatic as it kind of felt, and not of the same culture as any of you, but if you had to guess, it would seem that this is almost like a childlike wonder presentation of the original dragon battle that caused those bones to be littering the field to the northwest back in Falling Skies, that reanimated, that you guys then had to put down again. It's obviously a very old production that they've put together, one they've rehearsed many, many times. So your character's presence in defeating this Dracolich is very fitting to be witnessing this performance directly tied to the origin story. And it is a hard performance to resist being entertained by, whatever fashion that results in from your character's perspective and personality, because they did such a good job all throughout it. Not one natural 1 in the mix of all of that. We did have a 2 in the second act, but fortunately they covered it up pretty well with the special effects. Overall,
hey, that guy's not in sync. He's not in sync.
He stepped left. He stepped left.
And did they give us like food and drink and stuff too?
They did consistently throughout. There was also an intermission between the second and third act for you guys to all step outside. They brought you some clove cigarettes if such were of interest to you. Otherwise, they had some regular harsh tobacco smokies if such were of interest. And beyond that, they do have a small supply of something they came across from one of the nomads who traveled through here a number of weeks ago, offered it in trade. It is an interesting green leafy smoke known as Mara Django, a.k.a. Mary Jane.
Manuel stands up and applauds, and the monkey is standing up and applauding on his shoulder.
Tank will be interested as he's never smoked anything and try all of it.
Nice.
Does any of that stuff actually affect you?
Does he have advantage on saves versus poison? Is he immune to poison?
Yes.
To both?
Uh,
I can tell you from the experience of having played one, it's just advantage. They're not immune.
Gotcha. Well,
Correct. Advantage and resistance.
seeing as that's your first time smoking, it definitely has an impact on you, especially as you're trying all of them. But you could definitely see how, if this were to become a habit, that it would be the age-old, I used to do a little, but a little didn't do it, so the little got more and more.
Yeah, Manuel will put some into his pipe and smoke it.
Ba-dum-bum. Well, very cool. Let's look at the charms that you are awarded at the conclusion of this. They call them blessings, but they are in 5e mechanics technically considered charms. And you will each have a choice of one of these two. Regardless of how into the performance you were, they performed well enough to inspire you with one of these charms. You may select. Let's see, what did I have for you? That one or that one? Okay. Copy that. Or this one. All right. These will stay with you indefinitely until you use them. A Charm of Restoration comes with 3 charges. You can cast Greater Restoration with 2 charges or Lesser Restoration with 1. Once you've used all charges, you lose the charm. Or the Charm of Vitality, which will give you a Potion of Vitality as a magic action. Potion of Vitality.
This is everyone, or?
This is everyone, yes. You may each select one of these. Yeah, regardless of whether you were like totally into the play, just kind of casually watching, you were outside and listening to it and couldn't help but tap your toes along, like whatever the case is, the charm is bestowed upon you. The Potion of Vitality is bing right there. It will remove any exhaustion you are suffering and cures any disease or poison affecting you. For the next 24 hours, you regain the maximum number of hit points for any hit die you spend. So one of them will boost you, cure you, help your restoration for the next day. The other will serve as a utility to help keep yourself and or your party up in the event that we suffer some of those rarer afflictions that can only be cured by restoration effects. So each of you go ahead, select one of those, copy paste the information onto your character sheet on the right side with your other features. And once we have that, we are good to proceed to the next point.
Can you put in there the restoration one?
I can.
I'm on a laptop, so it's hard for me to right and left click.
Let me see what I can do.
Control C for copy, or what's
I
that?
believe, yeah, Control C and then Control V, I believe would be it.
Reverse that.
Control C is copy, Control V is paste.
Correct. Charm. Restoration. Kabuki Shrine Blessing. Show you how I posted it to Gail's character sheet here.
Oh no, I wanted to see what it does.
Oh! I see. Okay. Lesser restore is that. Greater is, of course, better.
I don't edit the sheet, do I?
Not editing the sheet, no. Let's see. Let me go to your character sheet here. I will add it in and show you what I'm doing along the way. Which one did you want to take, Kendall?
I want the gift, supernatural gift, or
The restoration or the vitality?
oh, for the potions.
Well, it's not a potion. It's a charm that kind of like stays on your character, but one of them does simulate a potion effect.
I have to go back up. So I'm seeing charm of vitality and supernatural gift.
Correct. Technically, they're both supernatural gifts. There's the charm of restoration, which is a supernatural gift for the greater restoration or lesser restoration, and then there's the charm of vitality, also a supernatural gift, and that'll give you the effects of a potion of vitality.
I'll do the first one.
Okay. Let's get that hopped on.
And I'm pretty sure this whole thing gives us the effect, gives us a short rest if
you're so inclined. Yeah, you're all light activity.
Yep. So I popped my short rest. I got my key points back.
All right. Let me get this set up real quick.
And we can use our hit dice during short rest, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to do the vitality.
All right, sounds good. Let me change that on your sheet. For Azimuth, I got that updated on
I'll do the
there.
restoration one.
Was that a DJ?
Yes, sir.
All right. I will check on yours for 1 second here.
I see the plus sign now. Is that how we add it in the future?
Correct, yeah. And if you ever need to remove anything, you probably shouldn't ever, unless you accidentally level up beyond what you should and need to remove features. Click that padlock, and then it'll allow you to delete features, but then make sure to click the padlock back on. Okay, so I got Gale's right here. And oops, I copied the wrong one.
Turning the padlock back on is very important.
Oh, yeah.
I've deleted a couple things on accident.
Oh, no! Yeah, don't do that.
It was on Docopy. It's fine.
There. Copy that. Goodness gracious. Potion of vitality. There. Okay, I think I got Gale all set right there. Spartan. We're going back to the restoration. Alright, I got all three of you set there. And just so you all know, I have a rest tracker sheet here that I am keeping note of. This is, of course, the first rest that we have taken here with the Wednesday table in our 10th session here for Act 5. This is also a... no, I think we'll progress a little bit further before we hit that milestone. But once we have completed our doings at the Kabuki Shrine, the Elder Seswish approaches you, a matronly human woman, it would appear, also wearing one of these incognito masks. And unlike... goodness gracious, I was hoping to not have to consult my notes. Rooney, yes, I was trying to remember her name. Unlike Rooney, she speaks in Japanese. And she tells you, your efforts in this region are much appreciated. While this location is safe from the undead, we cannot say the same about our neighboring village to the south. It is an upscale lakeside resort community named Shizukesa. It is very laid back, peaceful. If they have had any experience with these undead, I fear to think how they may have fared. We have heard nothing from their location, and with this persistent gloom, we are hesitant to step forth into the unknown. If you would do our communities an additional favor and check upon them, I am certain they would reward you equally, if not greater than we have done so here.
Violence, you say?
We hope not, but it is possible.
We can absolutely go and check on them. However, before we leave, some of the folks over in Falling Skies Village said that you might have more updated maps. The ones that I have seem to be inaccurate at best.
I do, in fact. I am uncertain how well they would assist you the further you get from the shrine. It does appear that our locale has remained intact as far as I can tell. She calls for an acolyte to grab some maps for you to take with you. We do have extra of these. And at the very least, I mean, it's not much, but it is going to reveal a few things. Let's open up. That whole northern swath of land there.
All right.
Some tall grass. A structure of some kind. We're also going to reveal a seemingly featureless island. No reason to keep this all hidden. Can open up the waterway there. And then likewise, we can Open up. Yeah. Let's get these, this, all of this, all of this, all of that, all of that. Make it like a song, it's a lot more fun. Bam! There we go. Yeah, this whole southern swath of land as well, including the lakeside village of Shizokessa that we are planning to head to. That whole central island right there with the pair of bridges connecting, where Thursday Crew is on the other side. And then one final area of interest. I think this is going to be the largest one yet, as a matter of fact. Whoops. I cut it off early there. Okay, let's go here. Yes, yes, yes. A bit of that. Yep. Yep. And voila. The entire northern karst section there. And that's a bit of a foreshadowing right there, as that will be a destination for Wednesday Crew in the weeks to come. Once we finish up here on the eastern island, as it were, we will be heading back across into that region, as we will have need to check out what's going on those three mountainous ranges there. But that will be probably March, if not even April. So we're getting a very early sneak peek at it. But nice unlock there, Cartographer Tank. And I would like to... Oh, sorry, I cut you off there. Go ahead.
I spent enough dang time studying the maps in the castle. I gotta make some use of it.
Indeed. And we are leagues away from it. But this is something that may be of interest. And note also that there is one down here on the central isle. We may find these on occasion. And I do encourage you to zoom in close on certain areas of the map, especially where they look a little crowded in tree covers, because there may be things hiding in there on occasion also. Hiding only because there's a darkness and a gloom layer. If those weren't here, everything I think would pop out and everybody would be like, oh, I see that, I see that, I see that. Even with the darkness and gloom, hidden is a subjective term at best. But we got our short rest, we've got some maps, we have a better idea of what to expect from a large section of the map ahead of us. She is unable to really provide any details on the other area there, because the maps that she gives you do not reflect what is there now. So I am not going to unlock the real version of it here. You do have an idea that there are other lands, rice fields for the most part, once you get across that bridge. But again, in a spoiler alert capacity, that will be largely Thursday Crew heading over to that area, as they are very close to that bridge, looking to unlock that area in their next session. Wednesday still has a bit to do over here, so when you are ready, go ahead and move your party token down to Shizokessa. Let's see which path you choose to take. Ah, we're cutting right through the bamboo woods, huh? Okay. Hold right there. As we cross through the bamboo forest, breaking off of the trodden path, we come across an area that looks like something very large has passed through here recently, like T-Rex sized or larger, like based on the way that the trees are broken, based on the massive clawed prints in the mud, and especially based on the carnage that we find in one particular area. It definitely appears that something large came through here and made prey of a lot of the local wildlife. And those of you who are particularly attuned to nature, to the animals, to the environment, this area is in a state of trauma, basically. The trees themselves even are shuddering from the impact of whatever came through here. Additionally, any surviving wildlife are keeping well hidden and very hesitant to present themselves as your group passes through. In addition to that, let's have each of you roll a die 20, please. For Kendall, you can copy that little code that I put right there, /R space 1 die 20. Or if you like, that taskbar on the left of your screen where you can break out the measurement tool, special effects tool, what have you. There's also a dice roller in there, I believe. Did they take? No, there it is. Yeah, you can click the D20 over there on the dice and choose which combination you want to roll from there. All right, so we got 3, 13, 8, 11, 18. All right, our adventuring instincts have placed... double check this. I didn't notice Gale had not rolled yet. That changes things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2... actually, it does not. As we are kind of rolling with this as a group, we are all currently under the frightened condition, unless, of course, your character is immune to such a thing, or if you have advantage on conditions versus that, you would get another roll. Unless, of course, you rolled the 18 or 19, you're already as good as you're going to get. We're talking about the other players who did not roll as high. The frightened effect is basically compelling you to not linger in this area, which, yeah, it's a good thing we've already moved across the bamboo path here to the road on the other side, because, yeah, it is possible that whatever did this damage is still lingering here, and it is not something that any of us want to deal with, as we all have a sudden terrifying visage of, holy crap, what is that, pop into our heads. And, okay, passing it back to you. Which path would we like to take to make it to Shizukesa now?
I say we don't follow the path of destruction.
I suggest we go the opposite direction, like 1,000%.
We've already left that area behind. Now we're on the road to the city.
Correct. Yeah, we definitely do not want to hang out in here, is what our instincts are telling us. But now
Can we veer off the path?
Can we do what now?
Veer off slightly?
We've left that area entirely now. We're back on the road. It's really a question of do we want to stay on the road and go south into Shizukesa? Do we want to head north back to the shrine for whatever reason? Do we want to break off the path again and venture out into the high grass? Do we want to go swimming?
Thing's just going to drive forward on the path.
It seems limited.
Sure, let's trot upon the road.
Yeah, the road fortunately bears no signs of whatever this monstrosity was. Wherever it went, we did not linger around long enough at the site of catastrophe to find out, but thankfully once we've gotten out here again and the fright has kind of worn off, and we get a little drink, get a little smoke, get a little fresh air, recompose ourselves and get a better lay of the land. We're like, okay, well, at least it didn't pass through here. It didn't march towards Shizukesa, as best we can tell. I mean, it could have marched through these hexes right here, and we wouldn't even know it because of the 60-foot vision limit. But as we approach the second location here, or the second village anyway, that is rising out of the gloom ahead of us, there are numerous villagers who are just kind of wandering around, seemingly doing whatever they would be doing on any normal given day. Some of them even appear to be heading towards or coming home from shopping, which in a village of this time is basically just grocery shopping for the most part. But there's no sign of any attacks having taken place here. Definitely no sign of any Tarrasque having ravaged the area. And as we come into lines of sight, we are greeted in the same friendly capacity that we are starting to get used to and probably shouldn't.
Well, Fia is certainly enjoying the openness. She will flag down somebody, maybe somebody a little bit older, and see if she can talk to them.
Alright, who do I have here? Let's see. Okay, yeah. An elder indeed approaches your group, seeming to notice or sense your presence, and perhaps dressed a little finer than those who live up in the Falling Skies village. Their ways of life are perhaps a little simpler. Here in Shizukesa, there are signs, more signs, of the cyberpunk, futuristic aspect of this setting. While the buildings themselves definitely hold strong to their native culture and their roots, within the accoutrements are much more modern, including televisions, radios. Of course, back up in the Falling Skies village, they had a telephone that they were using to communicate between sites and inform them, hey, these people came here, they seem solid, they're approaching your village. That's how they knew that you were coming. But here we've got some more modern amenities, as the aforementioned, and on the exterior of the buildings as well. There are areas that have been cleared and fashioned into areas for sports. Even some modern sports that we would be familiar with, like basketball and baseball, and a lot of kids around here at the site as well, making use of these amenities and otherwise really just enjoying their lives. As the elder approaches your group, I am called Hestor. Who might you be, strangers?
Is he speaking Japanese?
He is speaking Japanese, yes.
Real quick, Daniel. Was that just a name you just picked randomly, or is that name?
It's what would that name be?
Hastor is one of the pantheon that my current patron's from.
Oh, wow, that's funny. Yeah, this is just a name that I picked.
Okay, just making sure, 'cause I would definitely recognize it.
That's crazy.
So yeah, her eyes kind of go big for a second, and then she apparently gets some information from somewhere and goes, okay, we're fine.
No, it's not him. It's just a coincidence.
Pleasure to meet you. Make your acquaintance, Hester. I guess I'll cut to the chase of it all. Falling Skies and the Shrine sent us here to check on you. They have not heard from you, and we're growing concerned with all the other things that are happening.
How May I ask, are things playing out up there?
They're doing okay. They have found a way to defend themselves fairly effectively. It was just fortunate that we were there when we were for the remains in the center of the village reanimated and attacked, and we were able to defeat it.
Oh, the remains of what exactly?
I believe it was a dragon.
You no. The dragon returned to life? The dragon of legend?
I wouldn't say life. It was a skeleton.
Zombified.
Zombie? What is happening? We've experienced naught but the change of climate. This darkness, this gloom, this strange foul odor on the wind.
I'll kind of
Real
look
quick.
over.
Whoa.
Yeah, I look over at Tank and telepathically to Tank, I'll say, have they not experienced any of the orange undead?
Before I respond, who all actually knows Japanese?
I think all of our characters know.
That is one quality of life thing that I would like to offer to our new characters as well. We spent the first 8 sessions of this campaign back from last August to November. Anytime we met a native of the setting, we kind of had to pantomime and play performance and what have you to try to convey intent and communication. Occasionally, if we were lucky, we would have comprehend languages, which was just a godsend. But we had a period of downtime that was 6 weeks long, out of game and in game, for the holidays. During that time, all of our characters got access to learn either English or Japanese, in addition to the common tongue which their characters speak, which of course is like D&D common. It's not necessarily real-world English. And our characters in this setting have had virtually no interaction with anybody who speaks English except during that downtime. So if they really wanted to, you could pick up English, but it will serve you better in this campaign to know Japanese, and that is something you can just pick up for free, add to the languages section of your character sheet, so that when we have these conversations, Spartan and Azimuth aren't always just looking at each other like, we don't understand what you guys are talking about.
Okay, so, well, with that being said, then I will, then Tank's gonna look at Fia, and as long as she maintained the mental connection, just be like, I don't think they have.
She just looks, her eyes are wide, like she can't believe it. She's like kind of looking around to see, really? There must be undead somewhere, kind of thing. But she hasn't responded to the old man yet.
And so that's when Tank will pipe in and be like, you have seen the undead that have been roaming the region, haven't you?
Is that what that smell is? And you would be inclined to agree.
That might be me. Sorry, I haven't bathed in a while.
In that case, you are all welcome here except for the monkey man.
But I got a monkey.
So sad, too bad.
How about a giant beast tearing through? Have you seen one of those?
We've not. The only abnormality we've found is this change in the weather around us. No beasts, nothing of note that we could say.
Interesting.
Have you not been in communication with the other villages since the fog started?
We have not, no. Nor they with us, strangely. It's almost as if the lines may possibly be down somewhere between here and there. We didn't
And
consider
no
it.
one
I'm sorry.
and no one went to check?
We are not such folk. The effect itself seemed safer that we keep to our confines. Perhaps in good time, the local constabulary would come to check upon us.
And no missing persons.
No missing persons, no. What is happening in these other areas? You say reanimated dragon hordes of undead, yet somehow they are not upon us?
Apparently not. It might be better if we were to bring this information to someone who might be more of like a leadership position, so that they can then disseminate that information how they see fit.
Ah, yes, you are speaking to the right man.
Oh, very good. That's very good. I can show you everything you need to know if you will allow me to.
Perhaps. Let us meet under more favorable climes, indoors, with perhaps a nice drink and a nice meal. And you guys are like, man, we're getting fed like every hour and a half here.
Can't complain.
It's like a
It's better than
Hobbit's
when we were-
dream adventure.
Oh, it's also better than when we were just like scraping by because we couldn't find shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is quite different. Times are golden here, it would appear, despite or in spite of the gloom and everything.
How drunk is everyone at this point?
Oh, we're adventurers.
My
We
character does
Hello,
not want
I'm
to
the
drink.
walking drunk.
We killed a dragon. Yeah, sure you did.
I think today's Fia's probably just gonna be riding a buzz all day because I mean she's a bartender. She knows how to drink.
Sure.
And I wasn't counting you, Manuel. You're always drunk. We know.
Cheers.
So yeah, we'll follow him wherever he wants to go.
Very good. So yeah, we are going to take you to the Shizukesa Inn and Bathhouse, the largest and most prominent structure here in the area. Boom. And it is here where we will likely be spending the rest of our evening, if all goes according to plan. Immersed in, as I foreshadowed, probably something that most, if not all of you, have never done at a D&D table ever before. I've definitely never run anything like this. I don't know what... I do know what inspired me to do this, but it didn't occur to me why I was doing it until I was midway through, and I was like, oh, that's why we're doing this. Okay. So we will get to that on the other side of our halftime break, though. We will meet up with Hestor more personally inside, learn a bit more about him, learn more about the community, learn what task they would have you perform for them, so as to gain the alliance of this village. Speaking of which, let's get Shizukesa formally on the map here. Boom, right there. And in addition to that, since we are at our halftime break, this will also be the milestone point where all of our characters will ascend to the next level of experience. Right now, if you're at the group minimum, you should be level 4. And otherwise, it's possible that you are level 5, level 6, level 7 at this point, depending on whether you've gotten bonus levels for annual subscriptions, for redeeming Beskar bucks in that regard, or for coming in top 3 in one of the hype trains. I think our level 4s at this point would be Spartan and Azimuth, Although it's possible I had one or both of them already go up to level 5 because I knew we were going up to level 5 this session. But in any event for your characters, go ahead and start knocking out that level up. We will go to our halftime break here and catch up with you in about 10 minutes, friends. Thank you so much. Are you with us?
Yep.
I am very glad we decided to not follow the tracks.
I thought they were following the road, so yes, I'm glad too.
Out of the entire game session, I am part of the Thursday crew and had to fight one of those things.
Don't spoil the surprise.
Yes, I know exactly what passed through, and I am not divulging any other information regarding that. Maybe this group can eventually meet the other group.
I feel like that's the plan he's going for. If that happens, do you play 2 characters?
Yes, I have a character called Merlin, and I have this character. I am very much a D&D nerd.
So we're just bathing it up right now, right?
Pretty much.
It's not like a Turkish bathhouse, is it?
It's a Japanese bathhouse, actually.
Touche. This is giving health before a boss fight vibes.
Yes, you're lucky enough that you are absolutely at full health, but leveling up on using the Character Mancer causes you to regain all your hit points. We don't actually do that unless we do the actual long rest.
Of all the times for my nose to be stuffy,
Is anyone else encountering an unable to level up or missing data error thing when you immediately click into the character master for the level up?
You should just be able to hit next. I think that's just an info bubble. Like, if you are having a problem, go here.
I click things and hope something happens.
Yeah, you should still be able to hit the next button and level up as usual. I think that's just the Roll20 saying, if you have an issue, go here.
I guess I'm just used to Roll20 being like this, and I've just been able to work around it because I've used it so much.
It's not letting me do anything like my HP. I can hit roll or average all I want, but nothing happens.
Are you multi-classed?
Nope.
Huh. Is it red? Average or hit or roll?
Like if I scroll over, it will go red and it'll like be like, "Hey, you can click me," and I do, and then nothing happens at all.
Maybe double click.
That one's weird. Did it show that on the level thing, like 1, like you're going up a level?
I mean, like next to Ranger, it just says 1. It doesn't necessarily say like, "Here's your current level plus 1. Here's what you'll end at," which is how it normally looks.
So, but it looks like it's actually giving you the level. It's not like at a 0 or something, right?
Possibly. It just, yeah. I mean, there's just a 1 in a box that I can type in. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go and like delete that and put another 1 in. See if it like resets it, maybe.
Yeah, I kind of just did the 4 plus 1, and then next, and then exited out, look back, and it was 5. But I'm not sure how your guys' stuff ended up in the chat to broadcast that.
It's giving me my level, but it still won't let me roll or average for HP.
Well, it's I'd say just click average or roll, whichever you want to do, and then continue through the character, and then see at the end if it has added that or not.
Welcome back, all.
What's up?
Yes.
I think we're having trouble with one of our level ups.
Yeah, Kitty was trying to get her hit points, and it didn't seem like it was doing it. So
gotcha.
I told her to continue through and see if it adds it at the end or something.
Well, the good news is we shouldn't need much mechanically from our characters for most of the session.
It won't even populate anything on the next screen. It's just like empty.
Jeez. I would just cancel the character mancer and try to go back in, see if that changes. Otherwise, the man known as Hester brings you into the Bed Bath & Beyond, has you each sit down, have a drink, a little snack. I can see, based on your mannerisms, that you have grown somewhat accustomed to how we do things here. Our spirit of servitude. We treat each guest, regardless of perceptions of class or status, as an honored and revered member of our family. If I am reading your mission correctly, yours is one to align your purposes with those of the neighboring communities.
I would say that's a fair enough assessment.
As I am being told, you are the ones who now occupy the castle on the Central Isle.
Yes, we are, as far as we can tell, from either your distant past or a different timeline altogether, and that is actually my castle, which currently has Lord Noboru watching over it while we try and gain allies as the undead hordes.
Yes, your spirit of truthfulness is consistent. I will be honest as well. The elder you met at the Choro Risotto, the one named Miju, he and I share blood. We are distant relations. Whether it is because of this familial bond or some other manifestation that we are unaware of, we have a telepathic bond between the two of us, and he has given me a great deal of information about your group before even your arrival. I approached you unarmed, unarmored, feeling greatly confident in the quality of your character. And he has told me great things about your presence and actions at Falling Skies. We have not as much need for such heroics here in Shizukesa. Whatever this undead plague is, it has, for one reason or another, passed us by, ignored us entirely. This may not always be the case. If such a time happens that this changes, we are fairly confident in our preparations for such a thing. Tell me, are these zombies like the ones in the television programs that you must target their brains to destroy them?
As my previous offer still stands, I can show you directly my experiences with them.
Then good time, my dear friend. This is something I may be open to, but I sense such an opening would require a fair amount of trust, perhaps even deeper than that of which I am currently convinced. Is that Wisteria south of us? What?
Now, are we all familiar with these modern technologies? I mean, I know we've seen them in their travels, but have we known them?
Not
I don't think we've got enough time. Yeah, I don't think we have enough time to really partake of a lot of stuff. We saw a movie once.
Exactly, yeah. We got to watch Night of the Living Dead during our downtime period. But this campaign was rooted in a feudal Japan / Waterdeep hybrid. Most of our characters in this setting are from Faerun, Waterdeep, Sword Coast, Baldur's Gate kind of area. And some of the peoples and some of the locations match up to what we know. but by and large, the locale was completely overtaken by feudal Japan for one reason or another. And once we completed the 4th act of the story, the coalescence once again twisted time and space, and now we are still in a Waterdeep Japan-ish kind of setting, but instead of it being a feudal Japan, it's now more of a cyberpunk Japan. But even still, most of the locales that we've visited so far have matched up to the feudal setting more so than the cyberpunk. This locale being the first notable exception. Like, whoa, they have a massive, like, flat screen TV here. Like, that's freaking cool. Like, we saw a movie on a sheet that was pulled down over a wall. Like, we watched something that kind of was akin to this, but obviously different levels of tech.
So, being that you just found me, it's fair to say I'm like WTF as a TV show.
More or less, yeah. Yeah, at best you might be familiar with like gunpowder and firearms, so if somebody busted out like a modern rifle or an energy weapon of something, you might be able to trace the correlation between, okay, that's kind of like a flintlock pistol, but obviously much better. But a lot of this other tech that you see, like, what is this laundry machine that they have here? What? Like, just so many different things that we see on a day-to-day basis, like refrigeration and things of that nature, you're completely unfamiliar with.
Noted.
But yes.
Can I ask?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Can I ask him what a TV show is?
Oh, yes, it is a, it is like the play performance at the theater that you recently saw at the Kabuki Shrine, except recorded ahead of time through technology, and then presented to any who wish to observe it on one of these devices here, as he gestures towards the television, which is currently playing some anime for the kids who are gathered around in front of it.
I'll look over and say, think of it as a programmed illusion.
So magic.
Sometimes the line between magic and technology is very thin. But as I was starting to say, going back to the matter of trust, and how it ties in to the spirit of servitude that you have most undoubtedly come to experience and hopefully on some levels appreciate. You do not, of course, have to adopt our culture and our ways, but if we are to be allies, one thing that we hold in high esteem is the knowledge and satisfaction that our allies at least respect our beliefs, and on occasion, when in our homes, learn to embrace them. And here we are going to move over to a new map. And yep, this is as should be. None of your tokens are on or should be on the board. And we're gonna explain the game now, and it's gonna become quickly evident while I'm in mid-process, but indulge me all the same if you would. This is the first level of the bath and in-house here, where we find a number of individuals staying here, enjoying their stay for a variety of reasons. Of course, we have all sorts of different locations that have been labeled, as you can see. I encourage you collectively to make note mentally, pen and paper, text pad, whatever you got there in your own personal possession. Collaborate amongst your party to retain information as best you can during the periods where collaboration will be permitted. The game is going to essentially be you are going to step into their shoes for the remainder of the evening. They are short service staff today, and you will be filling in for the service staff that are missing. Far from your typical adventurer's work, unlike anything that I've ever run before, unlike anything you've probably ever done at a tabletop of this setting before. In some ways, this is a puzzle game. In some ways, this is setting us up for something in the distant future. You're retaining memory of the map and layout of this place will be quite necessary, whether you screenshot it or whether you write stuff down. I mean, nothing is discouraged. This is all in good fun. There's no, oh, you metagamed it in this regard. Like, we're not playing that. This is all in the spirit of fun, as we say, and we're gonna play this game in 3 different rounds. Oh, that's right. This was an idea that I thought I was gonna do, but later decided against. We'll get rid of that blue flag. Don't have to worry about that.
Since my background is actually like innkeeper, do I get any bonuses for this?
I'm thinking it's going to increase your movement speed, because in addition to your retention of where locations are, your movement speed is going to be the most useful thing in this kind of setting. Occasionally we may find a use for a skill or two, but there are some other conditions that go along with this that we will also cover. One thing I encourage you each to note are the multiple staircases, because this is a 2-level structure, and as I was starting to say, this will be played in 3 rounds. Each round, your group will be eligible for rewards based upon how well you do. There will be time limits for each round. We will have some flexibility in those time limits. You as your group will decide which time limit option you want to go down.
So,
And-
quick question.
Go right ahead.
For my background as knight, do my 2 retainers have speciality towards any of this?
It is possible, but in that regard, I'm probably going to. That is interesting, because yeah, we don't really have character sheets for them. I imagine they would just kind of. Because what is it? You get 2 or 3 of them.
I think it's just 2.
Because it's a yes and a no based on how you want to play it. The current game has been set up to, okay, let's see, 3 retainers. All right. So while I do want to play this in the spirit of fun, I did set this up for our current group of 7, making allowances for the 2 characters who have companion animals that could be used of service in this respect. Adding 3 additional characters to this is entirely doable. We're going to have to pause for a few moments, though, while I add a few more tasks to the to-do list, though, because if we add 3 more characters entirely to this, it's either A, they're getting in the way of the existing tasks because there aren't enough tasks to go around, or B, well, I guess that's both of them right there. It's a kind of, it was A and A.1.
We don't have to add them if we don't need to.
Yeah, it's totally doable. It's kind of walking against the line of the spirit of it as well. Is like, it's not about the fact that you have people who can do these tasks. It's that they want to see if you embrace their culture enough to put yourself in their shoes to do these tasks. Like, are any of you playing a noble character I don't think so, but like if one of you were playing a noble character to where you might traditionally be like, what? I have to serve people? Like that's the spirit of it. Like you have to humble yourself to that level. I don't think any of our characters are bougie or hoity-toity to that respect. But by the same token, like we're adventurers, we fight in the mud, we get our hands dirty, we slay beasts. We don't necessarily serve food or bring towels to people in a hot tub. But at the same time, we do need to gain the alliance of these people, and what they have requested is that you serve as their staff for the evening. And first and foremost, if we are going to forego the retainers, the other thing I was thinking is because we also do have Ayusi Kaj with us, and I didn't want to get too out of hand with I'm not going to be playing this game, the retainers can kind of go in the same camp as Ayusi Kaj in that they are assisting and doing these tasks as well, but they're kind of like off stage left, like we're not actually going to track what they're doing. We just know that yes, they're here, they're doing the same thing. It doesn't necessarily matter what it is that they're doing.
All right, yeah, we can do that.
Beautiful. Alright, so first and foremost, I want to call your attention to the rules of etiquette. This is where our most challenging aspects will probably come into play. They request that you wear the service robes, remove your weaponry and armor. They request that you don't run. This means that you do not bonus action dash, you do not action dash, you do not dash in any capacity. You do not haste action yourself to triple your movement or double your movement. You move at your character's natural, normal walking speed. Most of you move faster than 30 as it is, so this is going to benefit you largely in that respect, and moving around at 100 plus feet per round probably isn't necessary. Do not pass through others' rooms, hop fences, break windows, etc. to shortcut your path. Obviously, as adventurers, we are used to shortcutting and as the crow flies as best as we are able, but as we look through the map here, notice where rooms connect to other areas that would probably be uncomfortable if you were acting in such a capacity. And walking
I feel like
through.
I feel like that rule came about because at one time they tried this with the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah!
Can I sneak a dagger?
You can certainly try.
Okay, is that a sleight of hand check or something?
It would be, yes.
So
Let's see if I
I'm
can do this.
just polite ask. Before we begin, will you give me time to remove my armor because it is a part of me?
Yes, but of course, however much time you need in preparation is fine. Before we begin your tasks.
So what are these blue checks on the skills?
What are the what checks with the what now?
It has blue checks on all the. I can like activate all the skills. What does that mean? What does it do?
That means you are proficient with them.
Correct, yeah. The ones that are unchecked, you do not currently have proficiency in, but if something unlocks at a certain point and you gain proficiency, the character sheet, of course, allows you to activate that.
It allows me to activate all of them.
Correct, because at any given point you might gain proficiency, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you do have proficiency.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Technically, you can increase all of your attributes to 30 because the character sheet will allow you, but it doesn't mean that you should. Alright, so yes, once we are all unarmed and unarmored, and yes, there is a... they don't even really call attention to it, like they have their people like helping undress you and redress you in the service robes, and in the process of that, they just snatch that dagger right away from Azimuth, almost like, oh, he forgot to get rid of this. So we'll do him a favor and put this with the other stuff. Final service etiquette requests. They do request that you smile and be gracious in your service. What this means can mean anything, but above all, probably don't walk around grumbling and moping. And handle service items with care. This is one of the more gray areas, especially for those of you who have a clockwork dog or a badass unkillable monkey. Certain items are probably more fit for them to handle than others. As you look upon the list of tasks that you're being asked to complete, take that into account. If you even choose to call upon their service at all. Some of these earlier ones, you may find yourself like, well, there's really nothing for the dog to do, or there's really nothing for the monkey to do. Well, we're kind of starting off easy, and then it's going to get a little more difficult. You're going to get rewards for each round, regardless of whether you complete them or fall short of the mark. And at the end of all of this, we are going to have a similar blessing style reward as we had got at the Kabuki Shrine. So with the service request etiquette out of the way, you can reference this at any point in the journal. I'm going to explain this first, and then I'm going to post up the handout for you. And this is where you have the option to choose which form of timed activity you want to go with. Level 1, each of our characters going to have 2.5 minutes to complete their tasks. As a group, we are going to have 2.5 minutes to look over this handout and collaborate amongst each other to decide which characters are going to do which tasks. Actually, I'm getting a little ahead of myself here because hopefully we've had enough time to look at level 1 here. Because we now should spend a few minutes familiarizing ourselves with level 2. And just in case things come down to crunch time, and we choose the timed option that is not as in your favor, the more challenging of the two. This is why I have not populated this map with tokens and other things of that sort. I didn't want to crowd things up too much and cause technical glitches on your guys' side once we turn on the dynamic lighting and get your characters on this map. So by all means, feel free to familiarize yourself with this level. This level is probably more complex than the first level as well, especially with the number of suites that are up here and the way that they are numbered. Might not be the most obvious way of numbering. That's probably done intentionally to increase the challenge level. Definitely familiarize yourself with this. Take a few moments. I'm sure most of you are just screenshotting this and we'll reference it as needed. Again, that's totally cool. If you're up for a big challenge and just trying to play by memory or write it down, big ups, not necessary. What is this? Okay, so yeah, we got that. Take a little gardening break and then we will get into it. Rest assured, the level of awkwardness with non-traditional play for tonight's session will more than be equaled by the rewards that you will gain from this, again, regardless of whether you successfully complete or fall short of the mark. Really just about familiarizing ourselves with these maps for a future time when they will be needed, and your characters may not have as much time between rounds to rush from one location to the other. Alright, let's get back to the regional map. We're going to turn on the dynamic lighting now on the maps that we just got a free glimpse of. Figured that'd be easier than just giving you free reign and having to run around. Alright, and starting area for level 1 is going to be the common room. And a bit of specificity here. Note that tasks that have multiple subtasks must be completed individually, i.e., pick up an order, drop it off, return, pick up the second order, drop it off, etc. Or you may have a companion creature or the like who can handle items delicately to facilitate multiple tasks in one trip. Let's get your tokens over here. Alright, first and foremost, we'll get you. And then you. And then you. Wowie, why is Lantirthi's token, like, super tiny? Remove, use, yes. Okay. Oops. Well, that's bad. Oh my goodness. Everybody's token is super tiny. Except the monkey, ironically.
It's average size.
Yeah, yep. Now the rubber band is on the other claw.
See, I think that's what I need to do is to get some potions of enlargement and just keep feeding the monkey.
Ah. Oh, that's cruel. Tank's default token set to his character sheet is the one that has the I'm dead X over it.
Beautiful.
Alright, so let's get back here. Level 1 to the bathhouse, And yes, now the dynamic lighting is on. Things look much different. The location tags are still in place. You're probably going to need those for some of the more specific table numbers, room numbers, etc. Note that some doors are opened, some doors are closed. Typical rules of the game apply. You must be within one space of the door to open it. You don't have to be on the space next to the door, because I know sometimes that can cause some weirdness, because it won't let you select the door. You keep selecting your token. So you can be in the space next to the door, 5 feet away from it, to open up any doors. Otherwise, please, rule of cool, keep them closed until you have opportunity to open and access them. I'm going to set a 2.5-minute timer. After we make our play decision here, there are 25 rounds that we have to complete our tasks here. Before I show you these tasks, do you want to play it round by round, as we typically would do in a D&D setting? Or do you want to play it quote-unquote in real time, where I set a 2.5-minute timer, and you still have to move round by round, and there will be a slight pause between rounds, so it's not quite in real time. It's actually going to be a little bit less. But you get double rewards if we play it in real time. Each of you may choose... each of you do get a choice in this, but the group majority will decide for all of us, as we'll either have standard rewards for everybody or double rewards for everybody. So how do you want to play that?
How descriptive do we have to be in certain things? I mean, that may take up time, especially if we're trying not to stomp on each other.
Not really at all, because we're going to have each player go separately with their task, and there's really no description needed because the map has all the description we need. The tasks literally have things like take flowers from this area to this area. So basically, you're going to play with your recollection of the map. You're starting here. You have to know where to go to get the flowers and then where to go to drop them off. The biggest thing is, can you get it done in the time limit? And a lot of that plays into how well you know the map, how well you know which doors lead to which areas. Again, taking into mind the rules of etiquette. You can't shortcut through people's rooms and hop fences, break windows, things of that nature. We can change this by the round. So if you guys, or by the level, we're playing level 1 here. If you guys want to play it in normal round by round time, and then you guys dominate it, and you're like, okay, we feel good enough, we're going to play the second round in real time and get double rewards for round 2, that's totally doable. You guys can change up how you want to play at each level.
I think we should probably try the 2 minutes on the easier level to see if we can do it that way. But that's just my thought.
All right. That's one for green, which will be play it easy.
I'll go with whatever the majority wants.
Uh-oh.
Same.
This is your world, I'm living in it.
Well, right now we only have one vote, so the majority is green. Did Don just decide for everybody?
Green is 2 minute. Green is the 2 minute normal, not the round by round.
Oh, you want to play it in real time?
Right, the real time. Do it on the easy level here first, and then if we do well on it, we can continue on. If we don't do well on it,
okay,
we've only lost round 1.
Correct, because the rewards do get better as we ascend in the round, so there is some strategy playing it that way. If you fail this round, you're failing at the worst rewards instead of the best.
I should warn, I did lose the first level, so I'm going based off of memory right now.
Oh boy. All right, well, let's, if we're going based off of 25 rounds in real time, I'm going to set the 2 minute and 30-second timer right now. You guys will have that time. You'll have that time to look over the task list right here. I'll save you a few seconds. The first part of this handout that you're going to see are all the things that I've read already as far as the rules of the game. It's really the asterisk items that you're going to want to focus on over the next 2 minutes. You may not move your tokens during this 2.5 minutes. And again, remember, don't open up the doors unless you're standing right next to him. I don't know who's popping doors, but close those up, please. And yes, I will give you access to the handout starting right now. And you may choose. Decide.
So is this like each one of us has to do one of those asterisk tasks?
That would seem to be the way of it. There are 7 of you and 7 tasks. Some of them have multiple items within the task.
So Tank will take the kitchen meal ×3 task, along with his companion.
I think I know where the hot tub and saunas are, but not the towels, so I'll have to look for those.
I didn't get the map memorized.
Oh, I screenshotted the map. I memorized the entire map.
We got 1 minute down. 90 seconds left to decide.
Yeah, I'll probably do the dry storage 2 towels to hot tub 1 sauna.
Smith is taking that
dry
one.
storage 2 rice to pantry.
All right, Lantirthi taking that one.
Can I follow her to dry storage?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to then tea room tea to private suite.
All right,
I'll do
1
kitchen
minute.
meal to dining hall.
All right, that was DJ Spartan. And garden fruits to dojo and stage. Or dry storage linens to common room 101. We got 2 of you left. Who's taking what? Looks like J-Man and Gale. 15 seconds.
I think Gale will take the Garden Fruits to Dojo and stage.
All right. So we will have that. One moment.
Yeah, I was just waiting to see what was left because it doesn't matter to me.
All right. Moahula and Fia. We'll get that one. Saving the handout now with that information. Okay, absolutely. Pass the screenshots around between each other. Also, this would be the time while you're deciding the tasks that you can kind of, like, if somebody's like, oh crap, I don't remember where this is, and one of you does, there's nothing stopping you during this prep phase from being like, it's over on the east side, take the northern passage, door number 3 on the west passage or whatever. Like, be specific, or of course just send the screenshot. Once we get into the task and the 25 round time limit, that is where I don't want to hear everybody shouting over each other and like, go this way, no, go, no. Like, let's keep it professional. All right, so let's get the stopwatch ready. And it looks like Lantirthi has gotten the first task here, so we are going to dry storage to Rice. Unfortunately, you can't follow her directly since we're going out of sequence here, but hopefully you'll be able to see her token elsewhere once she gets where she's going. All right, Katie, on your marks, get set, and take 1 round of movement starting now. Dry storage Rice 2 to the pantry. And when you're done, say done.
I need that screenshot, please.
It will limit our movement for us, right? However far we can go.
Katie, go ahead and take your second round. It will not. You have to know how many squares of movement you get. Each square represents 5 feet. Go ahead.
All right, that was my full round of movement with that one.
Okay, go ahead. Next round. One minute down. If you're done, go ahead, take your next round. You just have to say done.
Oh, that's my bad.
Cool.
So used to having, like, everyone have to go first.
Oh yeah,
Frozen screen. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, definitely not everybody having to get it done in 2 minutes 30 seconds. That would be insane.
Okay, and that's that turn.
Go ahead. Dry storage 2 located. 2 minutes down, 30 seconds to go.
Oh, whoops, forgot to press talk. So I'm assuming we just pick up the rice. It's not like a special thing I gotta do.
Correct, yeah. Once you're in here, you're good to go.
Can we possibly put a pause on the timer because I just froze and need to refresh?
Yes, indeed.
God damn. It has been such a bad week. Sorry, guys. Can we have things work? That'd be so fun. Okay, back up.
All right. And I was going to extend it by an additional 10 seconds as well, since we had some talk over during your first round of movement there. So you have 15 seconds starting now.
That's that turn.
Go ahead. Whew. Wow, with 0.01 seconds to spare. Solid.
Much like with my actual job, I'm just pulling all of this right out of my ass.
Very solid. On the money. So we've got the next one up, which is going to be Spartan here. He needs to bring a meal from the kitchen to the dining hall. We are going to have 2 minutes, 30 seconds starting right now. Go ahead, my friend. And just so we save time on future bits here, when you say done, feel free to pick up right after that moment there. Don't have to wait for me. Found the kitchen. Successful retrieval.
Done.
Very cool. Keep it rolling.
I think my thing lagged for a second.
Oh, there he goes.
Let's see. All the way to the door.
1 minute down.
Done.
Successful delivery. Make sure you're calling out done between each movement round just so we're accurately tracking, but you had well over a minute remaining for that task. That was definitely, hopefully one of the easier ones. Up next, we've got Matheson taking tea from the tea room to the private suite. 2 minutes, 30 seconds starting now.
All right. So this door happens to already be open. That's 35 feet. This is 45 feet, so done move.
All right. Found the tea
Here's the
room.
tea room.
Yep. Got your tea.
That will be done on that move.
Very good. One minute down. Oh boy, he's stuck at the door. What's going on?
Open the door. Okay, opening the door.
And he made it to the private suite.
And
Yes.
the monkey does a little bow as I hand over the tea.
Please set it on the table there. Thank you, sir. Very kindly of you.
And I take a bow as I head back to where I came from.
Very cool. Yep, just stay put right there for the remainder of this round. Had about 55 seconds remaining after that. Up next, we've got Tank bringing 3 kitchen meals to 3 locations that are reasonably close by. We will start your 2.5 minutes right now, but we're not going to let you start taking your actions. And no, go ahead right now. Dog's in the kitchen, meal retrieved. Ditto for Tank. Make sure to call out your move, your round start and ends.
Yes, I did call for done.
Yeah, we didn't hear you on that one. 1 minute in. Taken to table 2. Dog's got that done.
Done.
Awesome. Dog goes back and gets the third meal. Tank drops off the second meal. 1 minute
Excuse
30.
me, my meal has a bite out of it. I think your dog ate some of it.
Done.
Awesome.
And done.
Oh, that's room 101. Wrong table. 2 minutes. You got 30 seconds left to find room 106. $15 seconds.
I can't see out of his eyes.
Pause. Yeah, we definitely do not want that. Bit of that. How about now?
Yes, I can see out of his eyes now.
Okay, restarting the timer. Go. Oh, 2 minutes, 30 seconds expired. You were so close. It's right
that's
here.
The door.
Yep, you walked right
Yep.
past the door. All right, so we got 3 successful tasks. We got another task 2/3 complete. Not bad for the easiest one on real time so far. Up next, we've got Moahula bringing garden fruits to the dojo and garden fruits to the stage. You can only carry one thing at a time. It is one task at a time, as you see there in the service request there. Tasks with multiple subtasks must be completed individually. If you have a companion animal like a Tank or a monkey like Matheson, then you can use them to kind of break some of those down in the same sequence. Gale, your 2 minutes 30 seconds will start now.
Okay, I got the garden fruit.
Excellent. Looking for the dojo or the stage? Oh, she just teleported through the wall.
That's the stage.
Yes, it is. Thirsty musicians are very grateful to get some fresh oranges. Oh, thank you. Thank you. One minute down. Oh, looks like you found the dojo. They want you to bring it into them, though. Don't be scared. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Apples. All right, 1 minute, 20 seconds completed. Very good. And let's see, up next, Fia is going to take the dry storage Linens from Dry Storage 1 to the Common Room 101. 2 minutes, 30 seconds begins now.
Well, hold on. You said I might have a bonus or something?
Oh, you are going to have an extra 10 feet of movement.
Oh, okay. That puts me at a 55 then.
Yeah, you should be able to hustle pretty good here. Picking up your timer 1 second in, starting now. Oh,
That's one move.
solid hustle, taking the service passage as well, extra points.
Move 2.
Cool. Dry storage 1 located. Linens obtained.
Move 3.
Nice. One minute in. Move 4, got it.
Move 5.
Oh, fresh linens. Yeah, they made a mess in here at room 101 and are grateful for the cleanup assistance. Barely over a minute, 10 seconds for all of that. Very, very nice. Pleased patrons abound. Heading to our final task here for round 1. Azimuth is bringing towels from Dry Storage 2 to Hot Tub 1 and the sauna. So we are making 2 separate trips. This is definitely one of the harder ones to do, I would say. 2
So I
minutes.
can't.
Oh,
2 towels at once, right?
correct.
Okay.
Do you know how to do like I was doing with the yellow line that has the distance on it?
No, I was gonna ask, is my speed the max amount of feet can move?
Correct.
so
Are
does
you
it
at 30
say-
feet?
Yeah,
Correct. So you'll be able to move 6 squares with each movement.
per round, and I get 25 rounds.
Exactly, except we're playing in real time here, so it's more
Right.
like you get to move 6 squares at a time as many times as you can over 2.5 minutes.
Okay, all right.
So we're gonna start your timer right about now. You can hold off. I'll hold off on starting the timer. You can move either by selecting your token and moving it with your mouse, or you can select it and move it with the arrow keys. There are more advanced ways of movement, like Justin was just doing, where you can where everybody can like see the path you took, but that's an advanced feature. We'll hold off until you're a little more familiar with Roll20 on that. I would say probably the arrow keys will give us the best measure of your movement. The only thing in that respect is don't spam the arrow keys too quickly, otherwise from our vision it looks like you just teleported across the room. But otherwise, we will kick off your timer, and best of luck. Go right ahead. Looks like 2 rounds of movement there. Getting into our third. And that looks like 4. Yeah, we found Dry Storage 2. Oh, you closed the door on yourself. There you go. Yep, just walk right on through it. Click it to open it and close it. Yep, you got what you're looking for there. Got the towels.
I have to reselect them every time I open the door.
Very fair. Nice pace right there. Just over a minute. Hot tub number 1 or sauna? You found the sauna. Head on in. Yes, we need towels. It's like a sauna in here. Because it is, you freaking idiot. 1 minute 30 seconds. Oh man, here in the live stream, the epic stressful music just kicked off. Back to Dry Storage 2, you got more towels. Looking for Hot Tub 1. And you found it and delivered just under 2 minutes. Go ahead and hang out there. And that will be the end of level 1. Every task completed except for one, and unfortunately it was by the dog. That is not bad at all. Okay, let's level that out.
Yes, unfortunately Tank didn't program his battle companion to be a waiter.
We're going to have everybody report to the dining hall here for the start of our second round. And by report, I mean I'm going to drag your tokens over to there. And now we are all there.
I was already there.
Yeah, you were. One of you had your last round conclude there, and they were having a big party in here. And now there are some things that need to be tidied. Note that everything in that first level was all on the first level. That will not be the case here for our second level of tasks. And for this one, we're going to have less time. You're going to have 2 minutes to decide and 2 minutes to complete. Again, do we want to do this in real time, or do we want to do it round by round? We do know that some of these tasks are going to cause us to move from level to level. When those things happen, we're going to, of course, pause the timer, because there's going to be like at least 15 seconds or so for me to move the map to level 2, make sure your token is there in the right spot before you can pick up again. So any of those things will be paused, but if we're playing it round by round, the pause is not as essential. Again, double rewards if you play in real time.
I believe we did pretty good on this one. So I'm all for us going real time on this one.
Agreed.
Same here.
How's the one that didn't complete their task feel? They're cool with it?
Oh man,
Yes,
call him Tank out.
Yes, I agree, because I couldn't see the door. That's why I failed.
Okay, then I'm good.
All right, well, we have Katie, who has stepped out briefly, and whatever I'm thinking during the decision-making process, we will just kind of collectively decide for her, so whatever you guys leave is the task that her character will get, and depending on how long she is away for, we might just move that task down to the last one sequentially. But a 2-minute timer is going to start now, as we are starting in the dining room, and here are the 7 tasks that you have to choose from. Kitchen meal to West Suite number 6, kitchen meal to East Suite 2, garden fruits to balcony, dining room trash twice to the waste disposal area, pantry items to kitchen, tea room, and hot tub 2, tea room to stage 4 times, and dry storage 1 linens to East Suite 2. 2 minutes to decide.
I'll
Tank
do
will
the
take.
second one, the kitchen meal to East Suite 2.
We should probably give Katie the balcony, the fruits to the balcony, because that's a pretty short distance for her to do just once.
I can
Okay,
do the dry storage 1 to East Suite 2.
I could do tea room to stage times 4 because there's me and the monkey.
And I'll do trash to waste disposal times 2, because there's me and the dog.
Process of elimination, I assume. I'll take the pantry items. Or what else is open?
I think that the other one is the other kitchen to suite one.
Kitchen to suite.
Yeah, kitchen to one of the suites or the pantry, or the 3 different pantry runs.
Then I'll do the kitchen meal to one of. Who has the west? No one?
I think that Mohola picked the east suite. Is that what you did?
I
Yep, she
picked.
took east.
Yeah, I picked dry storage 1 to east suite 2.
Yeah, he's got a
Whoops.
slot on there, so we're good.
I'm muted. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, everything I said was just confirmed by J-Man there, so I will not repeat what it was muted. Yeah, exactly. This is like that restaurant game that I played. Okay, so we are all set on that. We got the decisions done well under 2 minutes. So kitchen meal to West Suite number 6 is going to be Azimuth up first. So let's get ready on the map here. 2 minutes real time starting now. – 15 seconds in. Haven't moved yet. Uh-oh. Azimuth with us, 30 seconds in, no movement. Oh, there he goes. Looking to get to the kitchen. Into the common room. 1 minute down. Made it to the kitchen, got the meal. Made it to the central staircase, pausing the timer right there. 1 minute, 32 seconds. All right, let me copy your token. Get you over to level 2. Move the map over to level 2. Give you a good few seconds here to let your page catch up. Hopefully buffer everything out. And restarting your timer in 5, 4, 3. Go right ahead. Ten seconds. Looking for West Suite 6.
I can't go through there?
Oh. 1 second. Wow, literally. I paused it with 1 second remaining. Here. Oh, shoot. What the heck? Okay, yeah. Looks like I messed up the map here. So yeah, I need to refund some time to you. Yeah, the door is not as it should be. That's what we should have. So yeah, let's open that up. Make sure I didn't do that with any other doors. Damn, looks like I did. Yeah, I'm gonna say you should get 10 seconds back from that. Nope, 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 nope. Goodness gracious. Wow. must have been HAF when I made this map, which is kind of just the standard operating procedure. Okay.
You suck, you jackass.
I'm doing the best I can, man. I'm trying. Okay, those all look good. Those look good. You don't look good. Wow, it's like 9 doors that I did like that. 10 doors. Stay where you're at. 11.
Your fucking restaurant's broken, guy.
12 doors. Well, yeah, this is part of the modeling process right here. No fault of the service staff. All right, we'll do that.
He's like, don't break anything, knowing full well all his doors are broken. We have to break in.
Yeah, exactly. No soup for you. Wow. I swear it's like I just dropped these doors down and then like wandered off and did something else and came back and was like, yep, looks good. Okay, I think we're good there. Yes. Beautiful. Alright, I think we're good to go. I owe you 10 seconds and we will kick that timer off again starting now. Go ahead. Oh, and time has expired. You went towards West Suite 2. You walked right past West Suite 6, unfortunately. It was right there. I thought you had it. So close. Let's go back
the numbers.
Yeah, the numbering sequence is definitely the challenge over there with those upper level suites. We are going to send it to Moahula here, who needs to bring a kitchen meal to East Suite number 2. You got 2 minutes, starting now.
That's one movement done. Now I gotta scroll my screen over because I have a very small area to work with.
Dope.
Move number 2. Whoop. Ah! Okay, so I pick that up.
Got the kitchen meal.
Okay, next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and going upstairs.
45 seconds to go. Pausing the timer. Let's get your token copied over to level 2. Bing. And then we will move the map.
Hold on, I gotta
Refocus.
type up.
Give you a few seconds to let the map settle in, everything sort out. And then we will start your timer in 5, 4, 3. Go ahead.
Okay, scrolling over. Too far. Crap, 1.
30 seconds.
Does the door open?
It does. Yeah, exactly. That's what we were talking about earlier. 10 seconds.
Am I there?
You do have to go all the way in to the table. Whew, with 1 second to spare. All right.
I can't move in any farther.
You should be able to, but that is fortunately far enough for you to go. So up next, we are going back to level 1. Is Lantirthi back with us?
Yeah, hey, what's up, party people?
Howdy. So looks like for your task, they gave you fruits from the garden to the balcony.
The fruits of our labor.
So
Just
fruits.
a little more literal than I thought we were going for. All right.
Garden fruits to the balcony. 2-minute timer starting now.
Turn. So then, like, just this part of the garden, I
Looks
guess.
good.
It's
Yep,
fine.
either side of the garden will work for this purpose.
Okay, so now things. Yeah. 2, 3, 4. Things I'm going up to the second level.
All right, we will pause it right there. You are 23 seconds in. Diagonal movement is just fine. You can totally move diagonally if that works for you. Doesn't cost anything extra. Even in combat, we don't do the 5 feet, 10 feet, 5 feet, 10 feet thing. It's just everything is 5 feet.
We're a simple folk here.
Yep. That weird Dracolich combat being like one of the rare exceptions where we had each square being 30 feet. Like that's like one combat
that's
a year.
wild.
Yeah. All right. Map hopefully resettling. We will kick your timer back off in 5, 4, 3. Go ahead. Looking for the balcony.
Okay, that's okay, that's one movement. 3, 5, 6, 7.
Well, there it is. Yeah, we got a couple out here enjoying the soft moonlight, and they were just hoping for a nice bowl of fruit to brighten up their evening. They are quite happy to see you, and you arrived in record time, under a minute to get that done. So they will graciously reward you with an extra smile as we go back down to level 1.
I have like 0 charisma, so I'm just gonna like awkwardly smile back. Just be like, I don't know what to do now.
Let's go back here. Our 4th task is to get this dining hall back into working order. We need to get some trash out of here. Twice, Tank has elected himself and his dog companion here to knock this task out. I don't know. I don't think the dog is suited to handle something as delicate as trash. But,
to be fair, couldn't the dog just eat the trash and take care of it? It's a dog.
I mean, it's a clockwork
I just had to
dog,
yell at my
too.
dog for going through the kitchen garbage, so.
Let's see how this goes here with our with Tank's turn. We're gonna kick the timer off right now. 2 minutes. Uh-oh, 20 seconds in. Tank ain't moving. Oh, man, we're just going to leave all this trash in here, huh?
Tank, are you here?
He typed BRB in the chat.
Oh, shit. All right. Yeah, he did. That was 5 minutes ago. I guess he didn't type that he was back yet. So, let's move on to the next task then. We'll skip over Tank for the time being, and we need pantry items to the kitchen, the tea room, and hot tub 2. This is probably the hardest one for this level, and we've given it to our most proficient character, so we'll see how she does. 2-minute timer begins now. Whew! Just flew across that room. Oh, yeah. Hustling to the pantry. Got that stuff. 18 seconds. Hustling to that kitchen. Nice. Through the back door. Thank you. Thank you. 30 seconds in. Back to the pantry. Got that stuff. Yeah, we are short some tea bags and some filters over here. If you would be so kind as... Oh, yes, now we can make tea again. Thank you very kindly. 45 seconds in. Hustling back to the pantry. And we got the final items here. We need to get them to the hot tub. Hot tub 2. Through the dojo. The only hot tub unopened, and we got it. 1 minute and 7 seconds to get all that done. Very, very nice.
My God, it's Jason Bourne.
Indeed. Well played, well played. Yeah, I guess we'll hold off on Tank. He didn't say he's back yet. So, Matheson.
I'm back.
All right. We'll still hold off on you until we do this stuff. Now that we've got the tea back in the tea room and fresh tea being made. Matheson, we need to get some tea to the stage. These musicians have got some sore throats. 2 minutes starting now.
All right, here we go. There we go. So we're at the tea room. Monkey and me gathering the tea.
I'll bring the monkey over there. It's still way back in the dining hall.
He's sitting on my shoulder.
Well, he's got his own token. It's like the same thing as...
okay.
Since we're doing multiple tasks. Got to move both tokens. That's the trade-off, so you don't have to move yours back and forth 4 times. Got to move both of these back and forth twice. 40 seconds in.
Okay.
Half the band has their tea. Just under a minute. Hustling back. Pass you another hot steaming cup here. Pass one over to the monkey as well. Monkey's got a very nice dexterity and advantage on all acrobatics and athletics checks. Almost perfectly suited for this.
And there we go.
Very good. Minute 20 seconds. Now we head back to Tank here, who needs to get this garbage out of the dining hall and over to the waste disposal area twice. 2 minutes starting now.
So easy a monkey could do it.
Done with 1. Done.
Awesome. Oh, extra points for professionalism. Taking it out the back door. 1 minute in. 1 minute to go. Almost there. Yeah, look at those trash bags. Yep, you gotta bring that trash out, add it to that area. That's 1 down. And 2 down. Minute 20 seconds. All right. And last but not least, Spartan needs to get linens from Dry Storage 1 over to East Suite 2. Let's kick your 2 minutes off right now.
That's 1. That's 2.
Awesome.
That's 3. That's around 4.
Beaut. Pause
That's
right
5.
there. Get your guy up over here to the next level. 41 seconds in. Let's do this, do that. Get you in place. Do the usual few seconds to let everything settle down. And the count in. 5, 4, 3. Go ahead. Looking for East Suite
That's 1.
2.
That's 2.
Excellent. Apparently they have made a mess in here with the meal that Moahula brought to them, and they are in need of some fresh linens. Just over a minute for you to complete that task. Very nice. And I do believe that is it for our second level of activity. Once again, we completed all but 1. So solid work there. Our final round, as you can predict, will be the most difficult. We're also going to trim that timer down by another 30 seconds, so we will have 90 seconds to get everything done. But as we are running 10 minutes over our usual session time tonight, we will save that final round of activity for next time around, 2 weeks from now. Thank you for a full table, a full turnout, and for indulging this most unusual departure from a typical D&D tabletop fare. I do promise this is not what we're usually about here. So, Kendall, we don't usually play bringing food and towels to people. Usually we make use of our swords and our magic, and we will have plenty of that in the adventure to come. There are undead out here somewhere. But that will be for next session. Thank you again for an amazing night here tonight. We'll get everything sent over to the ending screen. Send us back to the starting screen here. And spoiler alert for round 3 of our service obligations. It is the third and final round, and there will be 8 tasks to complete for the 7 of you here. So we may need to divide our companion animals up even further, or we may need to find somebody who can do 2 tasks by themselves. That will be for next time around, though. Thank you for helping us wrap up Week 10 here in style. Always great to have a full table here. We will be back on Sunday. We got a few days off here from streaming. Nothing going on tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, we are back with another double header. We got Sunday morning Swan Crew. We got Sunday evening Stew Crew over there in Agent Orange Enemir, taking on double tasks at Nadiara Keep and the Plateau Realm to the south of that. So catch up with us this Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific and 6 p.m. Pacific for our 2 respective sessions. Much love all. We'll see you soon. And as always, there's no RU without you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Farewell.
Take start writing. I know it's coming. I need inspiration. 지난번만의 밤이라도 저 바라바라 웃지마. 쉽게 돌아오지 않던 감정. Says that I suffer lately. Open your heart to see it. Show guarded this playground of your own. 하나 둘 셋 나만의 색을 찾아. 하나 둘 셋 난 silent. One and two dip your brush in your soul. Color the way you want. 하나 둘 절대 멈추지는 마. 하나 둘 셋 난 One and two keep connecting your soul. Share the gift of yours. 내 속의 anxiety break a piece of who you are. 내 속의 contentment create who you are. Tapestry of life.
There's coldness there, there's karma. There's heat, there's flames, there's lava. Volcanic, what can we do? It gets manic. I know what I'd rather. When I pick up the mic, it's power. When I pick up the mic, got powers. When I pick up the mic, it's power. When I pick up the mic, got powers. Pick up the mic, got powers. 4, 3, 2 in the morning. Yeah, I'm still up, you're boring. Life keeps getting better and better, and I'm not stressed, I'm snoring. It'll get messy, get gory. Simpleness not for me. I don't care about football, care about this, that, care if you're acting 40. Like quick call back, can't ignore me. They don't even know my story. Any little sour patch acting salty. Flows on point like gourmet. Need a Michelin star like always. Like conference call on 4 ways. Man thinks this life is a role play. So they hear about the family drama. There's coldness there, there's karma. There's heat, there's flames, there's lava. Volcanic, what can we do? It gets manic. I know what got powers.